Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well today. Today I want to talk to you about anxiety, depression, nervousness, heart fluttering. These are all things that I experienced in my life. It kind of goes back to when I was a little girl. When I was only 4 years old, my mom was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So when I was born, I had a lot of my mother's genetic weaknesses. And I know this because I struggled with focusing, and I still do a little bit, not as much, but I struggled with certain things growing up. And I was always just a very nervous little girl and very shy, timid. When I was learning, just growing up and my mom having multiple sclerosis, this is part of her nervous system, and this is her endocrine glands. And that was my weaknesses, and it still is. I'm still working on my adrenals, especially. Just from all the stress from life, it takes such a toll on our body. And we have to remember, when we are healing our body, the stress, we have to learn to relax and get out of the mind and not worry so much. And I know it's hard because I've lived it, I know. But going back to my mom, so as I got older, my mom ended up moving in with her sister, her wonderful sister, who took care of her for many years. What a blessing that was. And then in my 20s, I met my husband. We worked in a casino together, and we got married, and we started a family right away. We have 3 daughters together. My oldest daughter is actually my stepdaughter, but she is like my daughter. She calls me mom. We are extremely close, and we have such a special bond, just like I do with my other 2 kids. No difference. So as we bought a house, and so everything was going really well. And my mom came down to stay with me for a week, and she ended up moving in with me. And I thought this would be a great time because I have little kids. It's not like I can really do a whole lot. I'm at home all the time, so I could take care of my mom. So my mom moved in with me, and I was pregnant with my 3rd child. So I had a little toddler, and I was pregnant. Well, my mom had, as soon as she moved in with me, she had hip surgery. So after she had her hip surgery is when I had a baby. And talk about stress. So I had a toddler running around. I just had a baby. I was up all night with the baby. I was breastfeeding. I was just trying to take care of my house, and you know how it goes. So, and now I have a mom also that needs 24-hour care. So every morning, taking care of my mom and my family, I would get my mom up, and she would get in the shower, and I would take her bedding, and I'd have to wash her bedding every night because she would have accidents. And so, and then I would put my baby in a swing, and my little toddler running around. My baby would probably, half of the time, would be screaming. I'm trying to help my mom, and I wasn't sleeping all that much because I was up in the middle of the night, and I was feeding, and just, you know what it's like when you have a newborn. You don't sleep for the first year. And so that was my life for about a year. It continued, and that's when I really started getting depressed and anxiety, and I had a panic attack when in this process I went to a casino. I went to the casino where I used to work at, and I was just wanting to see like a lot of my old friends and everything. And when I went in there, all the machines and all the lights and people were coming up to me and they were just like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. And it was just, it was so overwhelming. My heart started pumping really fast. And I thought I was gonna die. I thought, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And I literally, I was there for maybe 10 minutes. I had left. And 2 days later, I went to the doctor and said, oh my God, my heart was pounding. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. What is this? And he, you know, he asked me things of my life and my lifestyle. And he said, you had a panic attack. And he said, you know, I want to put you on some antidepressants. And he did. He put me on, I think it was called Zoloft. I think that's what it was called. So I took that for about, God, I want to say maybe 3 to 4 months. And I ended up throwing them in the trash because they did nothing. You know, I didn't feel any different. I threw them away, which you're actually not supposed to. You're supposed to wean yourself off. And so for like 3 weeks, I was completely dizzy. You know, just these pharmaceuticals, they're all crap in my opinion, unnecessary. They cause worse. They're, you know, if you're having anxiety, depression, all these things, we have to change our lifestyle with food and also with stress. You know, I know life just comes at us sometimes and it almost feels like it's just constantly pushing us off the curb and we're just getting back up. And then once you're up and you're like, okay, things are good, life pushes you back off and you're just like, God, you know, you just want to get a break. And, you know, so those were, that was a really hard time in my life. And I wish I knew this information, all this stuff that I'm doing today when I took care of my mom. You know, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to start crying. See, so I need to okay, I'll be back. Sorry about that. So I just wish that I knew the things that I know today and I could have helped my mom. Those things, I know I can't go back and it sucks. It totally sucks. I just, you know, but like I said, I can't go back. I can't change anything. You know, and I believe everything happens for a reason. You know, just like this cancer that I went through, the skin cancer, it got me to where I am today. If this never happened, I would still be eating the same way and living that lifestyle. So sometimes we just need a shaking, a jolting to wake ourselves. This is like to wake up. And your fruits and your berries and your melons are truly the highest vibrational, hydrating, electrical. They're just so good for our endocrine glands. This is what turns the lights on. And I've seen this firsthand with my mom, you know, with MS and my weaknesses. And so I know that the fruit that I am consuming today has made such a difference on just my life and my mood. And, you know, I still, like I said, I still struggle every now and then because that's just life. The moral of this video is, you know, we just need to learn to take time for ourselves, get out of the mind, and just and eat really good, because I'm telling you, all this junk food that we are consuming is really jacking us up, especially our endocrine glands, our lymphatic system, our digestive, it's everything. It's not good for us. It's not the food that we are designed to be eating. So once you change all that out and you start bringing in high vibrational foods, living foods, not acidic foods, acid foods, dead foods, you know, when you bring in these really good, nutritious foods, you will have healing in every aspect. So when you go to our fruits and just the plant-based foods, these foods, our body knows what they are. When we're eating processed foods, our body goes into total chaos. We don't realize it, but that's what's going on in our body. And so when you give your body good sugars, simple sugars from plant life, our body knows what these things are. This is what our body thrives on. This is what our body lives off of. All the refined, processed, fast food, our body doesn't know what it is. So we have to, if we want to get better and heal these things, we have to stop eating all these foods that are so stimulant to our body. It really does make the body just out of whack. You're on the roller coaster, going up and down, and that's exactly how you feel when you eat a Big Mac. You're like on this high, and then you crash. It's the body thinking it's getting what it needs, but then it's like, no, this isn't what we want. And that's why you're always hungry, because your body is never satisfied. It's constantly hungry. It wants more. It's looking for those nutrients. So when you do eat all these nutrients, your body starts to calm down, and it's like, okay, we got what we need. We're good. We don't have to put the signal on that we're hungry. And that's what I'm saying, is when you start cleaning the body, like all this other stuff just magically just falls into place. It's so beautiful. And it's just nice when you figure it out, and you start healing things, and you're just like, wow, this is amazing. Like I'm just in awe, like every day when I make my food. I am just so incredibly thankful, and I bless my food, and so, and also, my channel, it's really hard for me to put myself out there and talk to you about my personal stuff, because I'm a very private person. But I know to help others, we have to put ourselves out there. This is the only reason why I made my channel. My channel has nothing to do with me. I could just go on and do what I'm doing and not help anybody, and just just worry about myself. But when you start healing things naturally in your body, you have to share this information, and that is the only reason why I started my channel. It's about reaching out to you and connecting with you. It's funny because when I first started making my videos, I would try to write stuff down and I would try to read it. But when I would do that, I wasn't looking directly at you. It looked like I was just looking somewhere else. So when you're watching it, you're just like, who is she talking to? It's so funny. But that's why I have to like free roll it and just go with the flow and just talk, because it just doesn't feel like I'm connecting on just a level, a different, a higher level with you. So that's why I try not to read anything off. And that's why I'm glad I get to edit my videos, because I always go down the rabbit hole. Like I have to like cut myself off. And anyways, okay, well, I am going to end with that. And I love you all, and hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.